Hi guys, we're back again today, and today is like a fun day because yesterday we witnessed South Africa being beaten 2-0, 2-0 down, plus two red cards to them, and we saw South Korea shining yesterday. So today I'm going to be giving you a full breakdown or a full analysis on how the opening day match went. So the FIFA World Cup is underway already, and the opening day delivered a whole lot of drama, controversies, red cards in particular. Red cards. See, it's because of that red card that I'm wearing this red Liverpool jersey today because I just want to point out why South Africa had to do what they did yesterday. But we're still on that. So we came out with different brilliant goals, some early clues about which team could make a deep run in this tournament. So today we'll be breaking down everything that you need to know about the match day one, analyzing the biggest performance, key tactical battles, and what these results means going forward. So let's dive in. So first, we're going to be looking at the first match of the day. That's Mexico and South Africa. Can you believe that? My prediction worked actually because I predicted Mexico to beat South Africa, but I did not put a scoreline though. But I predicted them to beat South Africa. So the tournament opener saw host nation Mexico defeat South Africa 2-0 in front of more than 80,000 fans at the iconic Estadio Azteca. Now, Julian Quinones opened the scoring battle or the scoring line before Raul Jimenez sealed the victory in the second half. On paper, this looked like a comfortable win, but the game was far more chaotic than the scoreline suggests. The fact that 3 players were sent off during the match, making it the first World Cup opener to feature 3 red cards. 3 red cards. South Africa finished with 9 men, while Mexico also lost Cesar Montes to a late-minute dismissal. So what did Mexico do very well? Let's look at what Mexico did very well. Mexico controlled the possession from the opening whistle. Their front line consistently stretched South Africa's defense, creating space between the lines. See, that match yesterday, South Africa played utterly nonsense. They even resulted into Mortal Kombat in the match, or should I say Shaolin soccer? So that's there. So Julian Quinones, I don't know if that's surname is his real surname, but the fact that you know that it's Julian that I'm talking about is Julian that I'm talking about. So he looked dangerous throughout the match, while Raul Jimenez provided leadership and composure in front of goal. See, that Julian guy, he was smart, he was sensitive, he knew what he was looking for in that match. Unlike South Africa, the whole of South African team was messed. Even they had to even play a back line. They had to play 5-3-2, and the 5-3-2 did not even help them. Imagine that they already scored them goals before they started having the red card, and they were playing the most defensive tactics in football history. But that's there. So the midfield also did an excellent job recycling possession and keeping South Africa pinned deep in their own half. Can you imagine? Just imagine. Well, I don't want to say something in this video because it will look as if I'm being I'm being off, but let's just continue. So the areas of concern we're supposed to be looking in that match is, despite winning 2-0, Mexico could have scored more. That's one. They could have scored more because they had more chances, and South Africa was doing absolute nonsense there. And several chances were wasted, and against stronger opponents, that efficiency could be a problem, truly. I don't want to say what is on my mind again too, because if I really say it, imagine where they met, if that they met people that are not playing that like South Africa, they met people that their head are hot and they are playing the way that they play, they would have thrashed them. See, I don't know what Mexico did, but Mexico did what they did. They had to show that yes, that they are the host nation, and they proved it perfectly in the opening match, and that was nice. I loved how they did it. So although several chances were wasted, and the red card to Cesar Montes is also significant because it's going to miss Mexico's next match. So imagine that he misses Mexico's next match. Well, it's not. I feel like let's just keep watching because it's just the opening phase of this World Cup. Something may really happen, and we'll be shocked at what Mexico can do. So we're looking at the next performance, which is South Africa's performance. South Africa defended bravely for a long period though, but their shape frustrated Mexico at most times though. But they They still lost though, but they lost, yeah. But the red cards completely changed the game because because their coach remained optimistic afterwards, after even the red card. But the when there is holes in a bowl, the water is bound to pass. You get, but we just they just had to try their best. So he praised his team's defense very well. He put the structure very well, despite their structure. The defense structure of South Africa was nice, and even the coach had to even praise them. But the loss is the loss. I beg, they don't lose, they don't lose. So for South Africa, discipline must improve immediately if they want a chance of progressing. See, yeah, we do not send South Africa played yesterday. I'm not even sure that they will even leave that group stage. I'm having a feeling that they'll be dusted at the group stage and they will leave. So that's that for South Africa and Mexico. The Mexico to South Africa nil. So now we're looking at South Korea and Czechia. Now it's Czech Republic. Oh, they are saying Czechia now, the Czechia now. So the second match of the day may have been like the most impressive performance we saw. But to me, I did not see anything impressive there. Mexico played ball past South Korea. They were playing like more or less like children. When I was watching that match, I wasn't like happy. I was seeing the like they were just casually playing up and down, like just casual, as if they were coming for training, something like that. So, but South Africa came from behind to. Sorry, guys, I had to step out for some technicalities, but it's all done and fixed, so I'm back. So we're looking at South South Korea 2, Czechia 1. So, but this second match, I'm not going to lie to you. See, let me leave the scripts I'm using here. But the match, when I was watching that match, it was more or less like a practice or like a practice. But I love what South Korea did because they did something. They came from behind to win Czechia 2-1. Do you get that? The stadium erupted itself. Like people, the fans were very happy for that comeback because I remember it was Skizzy that first scored through Ladislav Skrizia. See, I'm not from that country, so I can, even if I spell it rightly or wrongly, just bear with me. But I do remember that Skizia first scored, then South Korea, although they like those people, they have steez aura, like they were composing themselves. They just took time, like to just understand the game, and they just came back from behind and won Skizzy, and it was mad. It was more action, like it was more action packed than Mexico South Africa, but yeah, it was good, it was nice. So instead of like crumbling under the panic after Skizzy first won, they had to increase the tempo and they began dominating the midfield. Then before you know it, they scored the goals. Funny, they scored the goals. So let's look at the star of the match. The star of the match today is Hang in that match particularly is Hang In Buen, the South Korean player, because he performed well, he controlled possession, he detected the pace, he scored the equalizer before helping create the winning goal. So meanwhile, the veterans like Son Heung-min provided leadership and creativity when it mattered the most. So let's look at why South Korea looked very dangerous in that match yesterday. So what impressed me most was their balance because they were calm, they composed themselves, their composure was mad. They defended well, they controlled the midfield, and they looked dangerous even on counter attacks. Many fans entered this tournament focused on traditional giants like Brazil, France, and Argentina. But what these players are playing. So after this, they won. See South Korea. Nobody was looking at them as somebody that can play well. But South Korea looks like a team nobody wants to even face currently now with the way they played yesterday. So let's look at Skizia's problem. Skizia relied heavily on physical play and set piece. They wanted to do what we do the most, but they did not learn it well. See, we are asked now, come to us and ask us how we play set piece play. Don't just come and copy us because they saw us easy to win the league. It's not easy. It wasn't something that just erupted one day or like that. So they have to like go and restructure their set pieces and work on them well. So while that helped them take the lead, they struggled to create like the set piece helped them to create the lead. They struggled to create quality chances from open play, and that was where South Korea is chopping them. They just hit them. So if they don't improve creatively and advance from the group, if they don't improve their play or their open play and everything, they will know. I'm not sure they are going to leave the group stage and go and play in the knockout stages, because they really need to. Skizia need to wake up, and South Africa needs to wake up. Mexico, add more juice to your salt. Add it. South Korea, sorry, keep up the good work, but increase the tempo. So the biggest winners of the opening day is, the first winner is Mexico. The hosts got exactly what they needed: 3 points, a clean sheet, and momentum. Even though the performance wasn't perfect, but winning the opener removes enormous pressure on them. So the second winner was South Korea. South Korea may have quietly produced the strongest football performance of the day, coming from behind and showed character, while their technical quality stood out throughout the match. So the third winners are the football fans, because the tournament began with goals, controversy, atmosphere, and excitement. Red card, joke, goals, but cool comeback. Opening day, mad though. So that's exactly what fans hope for from a World Cup opening day. So the biggest losers of the day is South Africa. The result hurts, but bigger issues is losing a player to suspension because of red cards. They lost 2 players, and that's their starting 11, for crying out loud. So South Africa, you need to go and cook well, learn well. Skizia, they led the match but couldn't maintain control. The next game is now almost a must win, because this is the World Cup. It's not somewhere you're going to come and be doing chin chin. You get. So the discipline is 3 red cards on the opening day is not how any team should start a World Cup campaign. So what we learned from day one, it taught us 3 important things. The first one is Mexico will be hard to beat at home. South Korea could be one of the tournament's surprise packages, and the pressure of the World Cup affects everyone. The discipline will be crucial throughout the competition. So those are the 3 things I learned. So that's our complete analysis for day one at the FIFA World Cup. So do you think Mexico can go far? Or do you think that South Korea is the dark horse of the tournament? Or do you think that South Africa will still pick up with? Or do you feel like Skizia is going to wake up one morning and change their tactics and pick up form back again? So which team do you think impressed you the most? So let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Turn on your notification, because this World Cup is a hit back to back. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.